Stay tuned. The show is about to begin.
Well, hello everyone that's listening in replay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am glad you're here.
Stay
And
tuned.
just so
The show
you
is about
know,
to begin.
as they said, as she said, the show's about to begin soon, in a few minutes. So, if you are listening to this in replay, you can fast forward past this spot and just get right into the show, so you don't have to listen to this. But we are still glad that you are here to check out Wait With Me with Jill Cox Cordova. Now, if you're new to Fireside, and welcome, 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 the show's going to start in just a few moments. But if you're new to Fireside and you want to do some things while you're in the show, you can hit any of the three emojis across the bottom and press them, and we will hear them. We will hear the clap or the laughter or the party sounds or any
Stay
of that.
tuned. The show is
You'll
about
hear
to
it,
begin.
and we'll hear it, and everybody will hear it. So that'll be pretty cool. We liked hearing that. And then if you're in the show live, you can also request to speak. There's a little round or oval button down towards the bottom left, and you can press that button and request to speak, or just type in a comment or a question if you wish and press send. So you can do that. Now, also with the screen itself and the size of the video, if the video looks to be taking up too much of the screen, or it looks like it's on a close-up for Jill, just pinch the screen down and it will go to where it's supposed to be. For some reason now it automatically zooms in on whatever the image is instead of giving it a true image. So you can do that also. So again, the show will be starting in approximately, maybe a minute and a half. And then we'll get to see Jill's
Stay
wonderful
tuned. The
face
show is about to
and get
begin.
right into the show. But it'll just be a few more mementos. And welcome, Daisy. Welcome to the show. The show's going to start in a few minutes, probably less than a few minutes. And we always love it when you're here, Daisy, and the content you add to the show. It's very good, wonderful. So the show will start in just a few moments.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Wednesday night. That means it's time for Wait With Me. And I'm your host, Jill Cox Cordova. Thank you, Daisy, for being here. It's always great to see you and to talk to you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so it's Wednesday, like I said. And before I get to the first segment, I always tell you how my week has been, and I'm really sleepy. I am really sleepy. I mean, to the point where Tony was offering me coffee. But coffee, makes me sound like this, and I probably wouldn't go to sleep until like Saturday. So I didn't drink any coffee. So I'm really, really trying, really trying to keep my eyes open tonight. So there's that. Okay, so let me get to the first segment, which I called This is the Deal.
This is the deal. This is the deal.
All right, the name of this episode is called What Am I Doing Wrong? And the reason I'm talking about that is because clearly I'm not seeing the results that I would like, and yet I know how to get the results that I would like. So what am I doing wrong? Well, before I get to the things that I've assessed and know that I'm doing wrong, I'd like to acknowledge what I'm doing right. So what I'm doing right is doing this show and asking you for help. Something that I never did in my weight loss journey before last November when I started the show. So I feel great about doing that, like coming out of my comfort zone and asking for help. And you especially Daisy, have delivered, and so have you too, my husband, my producer Tony. So I appreciate that you've been my accountability partner. Not just in weight loss, of course, because I know both of you very well. So I just want to acknowledge it for the weight loss tonight. But thank you for always being there, always being the supportive people that you are. Another thing that I'm doing right is I'm not giving up. I think in the past, I would just, the minute I got off track, I would just keep going, like, well, what does it matter? Well, actually, it matters a lot, especially for my health, because now it's no longer my reason, my why. In the past, long years ago, was purely cosmetic, but now it's my health. I really want to be healthier, so I'm not giving up until I am again, until all my numbers are great. I'm also one thing I'm doing right is I'm trying new things. Lord knows this show is a new thing for me. It still is. It still doesn't feel right to be in front of the camera. I've spent most of my career, and still do, behind the scenes. And that's the way I prefer it still. I still don't really care to, be seen. But there's a difference between not wanting to be seen and wanting to be invisible. I've never wanted to be invisible. So I'm patting myself on the back for trying new things. I tried. I remember years ago, one of my former coworkers, and she's a friend now, kept telling me, "Why don't you try yoga? Why don't you try yoga?" And I kept telling her, "I need something exciting." And she goes, "Well, yoga can do that for you." And I didn't believe her. But now I'm truly a fan of yoga. So I tried that. And I also, as you know, I've been doing Get Fit with Rick videos, thanks to my sister-in-law, Denise, for telling me about his videos. So that's a new thing for me too. Haven't been doing either of those, yoga or Get Fit with Rick, lately, like I guess now we're in like the 6th week that I haven't done that. I will get back to it. I will. I definitely will. I'm also I am trying to read my oh, I keep our this is not a new thing, but it's something that I continue to do right, and that's arm myself with facts. Because I've always felt like I've been my best advocate for my body. I know my body better than I applaud medical professionals for what they do, and I certainly believe I need medical professionals in my life, but I still maintain that I know my body better than anybody. So I keep arming myself with facts, because because of my background, I understand, what's legit and what's not, in terms of sources. So continuing to arm myself with facts. So that brings me to, what am I doing wrong? Okay. First of all, my water intake, I know without a doubt that anytime you want to go on a weight loss journey, you need to hydrate yourself and have, so many ounces of water compared to your body weight. And I know for a fact that that works. The more I drink water. But for some reason, the last, I don't know, 2.5 months, I'm still drinking water, because I actually like water, but not nearly as much as I used to. And I also know that it helps with your weight loss. It helps with rev up your metabolism, and suppress your appetite at the same time. If you drink at least a cup of water, 8 ounces of water, before you eat your meal. I know that. I know that to be true, as Tony would say. But for some reason, lately, it's like, oh, I forgot. So I just drink my water all at once, which is not what you're supposed to do. So I'm getting that wrong, and I need to get it right again. So starting tomorrow, that's what I plan to do. I'm also slacking off with my exercise. I know that my body, and this isn't for everyone, but I know with my body, I cannot lose weight on nutrition alone. Health professionals will tell you that losing weight is 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. For me, it's the percentages are much different. I know I have to work out in order to lose weight. I can eat all the healthy food I want, and in fact, I like healthy foods. And I'm not a foodie. I'm not like thinking about food nonstop like my mother. She's going to get me for saying this because she does watch the show later. But my mother thinks about food nonstop. You cannot have a conversation with her without her bringing up food somehow, some way. That is not me. I've never been that person. I've never been that person. So I know that I have to have exercise. And then the last thing that I know that there's much more, but I narrowed it down to 3 that I know I'm getting wrong is my sleeping habits. I told you, I think last week, maybe the week before, that I've actually been getting up a little bit earlier so that I can do projects that I want to do, my own personal projects, before I start my workday, working for others. And I've been pretty good about doing that the last couple of weeks. But I don't go to bed when I need to. And now that I'm waking up earlier, I know that I'm getting less sleep than ever. And I know that there's a definitive link between sleep and weight loss. So if you don't get enough sleep, or you go to bed, stressed, or wake up stressed, it all adds up. So those are the things I'm getting wrong. But now that I took the time to assess and regroup, I plan to do exactly that. Regroup, get back on track, especially with those 3 things. Now, I know that I have a better success rate when I focus on one thing at a time. Get it right, and then I add another one. Get it right, and then I add another one. So, the first thing I'm going to incorporate is my water intake because that's so easy. It's so easy to drink a cup of water before I eat any meal. I don't know why I stopped. I don't I don't know. I don't have an answer. And I'm not giving excuses. That's another thing I'm getting right. I don't give excuses anymore. Um, so that's this is the deal. Okay. Okay. So moving right along to my second segment, my dreaded second segment. I really don't like this segment at all. And it's funny because I really think, Tony, that this is your favorite segment that I do. Am I right about that?
Well, yes, I'm always excited to see, whether you maintained or whether you lost weight. And I think it's just so incredible of you and so brave for you to do it, on camera every week.
I don't know if brave is the right word. It might just be, like nonsensical, crazy, out of my mind that I do this every week because it is not something that I look forward to. I could go months without weighing myself, really.
Yeah,
But it's nice to know where I stand. I do acknowledge that. As you know, I weigh we take my measurements before the show, just before the show, and my chest and my waist are the same as the last 2 weeks actually. But somehow or another, my hips are down an inch. I have no idea why, because I haven't worked out at all. I don't know how that happened, but it did. In regard to my weight, which I'm getting ready to get on the scale, I'm not expecting, I'll tell you this now, I'm not expecting good results. But it's good to know what the damage is. So let's see.
I can do it, I can do it. If I put my mind to it, if I put my mind to it, I can do it, do it, do it.
It's not coming up. I have to start it over. Sorry. Let's see if it works now.
I can do it, I can do it. If I put my mind to it, if I put my mind to it, I can do it, do it, do it.
I'm going to turn it off. It's not working. Sorry, you keep playing the music.
I can do it, I can do it. If I put my mind to it, if
Well,
I
know
put my
that's not
mind
right.
to it, I can
This
do
is how
it,
I
do
know
it, do
it's
it.
not right.
129 and 11 ounces. Yay!
I did not lose 20 pounds. That's how I know it's not right. Okay, let me try it again.
I can do it, I can do it. If I put my mind to it, if I put my mind to it, I can do it, do it, do it.
I'm sorry, it's just not working. It's not working. Well, I would like to take the 129 because that would be I lost 20 pounds in a week. But I know that is not true. I didn't even say what I weighed last week. I weighed 149.15. So I was expecting to be like in the 150 range this time, just because I didn't like last night. I went to a literary event for a friend, and the event was held at a pizzeria, so I had to have pizza. So that's one reason why I wasn't expecting it. I did.
The pizza made you lose 20 pounds.
Oh, was that? Oh,
That's what
it's
it,
the
that's
pizza
what it
diet.
is. But we will check out the scale. Maybe it needs a new battery or something.
Maybe.
And we'll weigh you after the show.
No,
Right after the show.
no.
Yes.
No,
So we'll have the wait
we're
for
just
next
gonna
week.
regroup next week. It'll be
We
fine.
gotta have the wait,
No,
and then we can send emails out to everyone.
we are not doing that.
Oh,
I
okay.
told you this was your favorite segment and my
Okay.
least favorite.
Okay.
Out of anything I do on Fireside, that is my least favorite thing to do. Yes. All right. Well, but we will check out what's wrong with the scale, because clearly I didn't lose 20 pounds in a week. So I will just, for my weight, I'll say question mark. And next week I'll go by last week's weight just to see what number to beat. So that's what we're gonna do, Mr. Producer. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Hey, it's your show. It's Wait with Me with Jill Cox Cordova.
One thing I did notice, if you didn't know, I keep my my measurements for week on a sheet like this. And one thing I noticed, and it has enough room for 6 weeks, is that last week when I weighed 149.15, I looked at the starting weight 4 weeks ago. Yes, 4 weeks ago. And I weighed 149.3. So I had been thinking that all this time I was just consistently gaining. But I started on May 17th, I started at 149.3. So I'm kind of still maintaining, maybe. I don't know what tonight is, but I just want to start going backwards, reducing that number. But I think it's going to start with the water and the exercise, because I know it's not just nutrition alone for me. All right. Time to go to segment number 3.
Okay, it's your turn to share.
I think I'm actually losing my memory, because when I heard, okay, it's time to share, I'm like, who did we get to do that? And it was you, Tony. That was you.
Yes. It was me. Yes.
So, see, I told you I'm tired. Hi, Daisy.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm only going to be able to stay for a short minute because today I start a new class. So,
teaching it?
yes, I'm teaching my short story class, and tonight's the first night for this summer session.
Oh,
So-
wow. Is this for the loft?
Yes, this is the law.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
look for I guess they can't register now though, right? I was gonna say I'll promote it, but I guess I should have done that already. Sorry about that.
It'll come around in the fall. You can help me out then.
Okay. I will remember to do that. See, I told you my memory's going.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, thank you for taking the time to show up. You had a good week?
I had a good week. My sister's here. Dina's
Oh,
here. She's in
hi,
town for
Dina.
business. And then she's gonna stay next week before we go down to New Orleans.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
so she'll be
wonderful.
here for a couple of weeks. And
Wonderful. I'm sure
yeah.
that'll be a good time for everybody.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting excited. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be there for just about 2 weeks. Yeah, just about 2
Oh.
weeks for the
Oh,
family
that's
reunion.
wonderful.
So it's
Oh, I'm
gonna
so
be
jealous.
fun. Yeah,
I would love to spend 2 weeks in New Orleans.
it's gonna be hot. That's all I have to say.
That it will be. Yes,
It's
for
gonna be
sure.
hot. So
For sure.
I'm not looking forward to that, but we're going to spend time out at my sister's country place, and it's always cooler out there. It's about an hour away, but it's like a good 10-15 degrees cooler all the time.
Huh.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's that much farther north that it's colder. So, and I have to report that I did yoga once,
Good.
and that's about it. That's about all I
Well,
did.
that's still more than me. So good for you. And I
Yeah.
applaud that.
Thank
Yay.
you.
And that actually inspires me too. It's like I got to get back at it.
Yeah. I, now that I'm getting in the groove with my course schedule and everything, I will have a little bit more time, I think, to in the afternoon maybe take a 45-minute class. So I'm going to try that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, and I lost a half a pound this past week.
Excellent. You're
Got
just doing it all. Wonderful.
yeah. I was
I'm
hoping
very
to
inspired.
lose it.
I'm glad that you're sharing that. So
Oh, yeah.
congratulations, and I'm inspired.
Oh, thanks. And I can, I feel the difference, and I put on a pair of my leggings, and it's like, oh, these are now not leggings. They're actually got a little room, got a little give. I feel snug. So I was kind of happy, did a little happy dance when I did put those on.
Well, I'll do a happy dance for you too. Yay!
Yeah. So,
Oh,
so
speaking of
good.
dancing, did you finish your playlist?
You know what? I'm still working on it. I took some
Okay.
songs off, and I'll probably work on that this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll send it to you this weekend.
Wonderful. I look forward to that.
Yes, and some of the songs were like, well, I like this song, but it's not good for getting your heartbeat going. So.
Well, sometimes you need that though, like burst of energy, kind of
Yeah,
thing,
you
and
have
then you
some
get
good
back
ones.
up. Yep.
I have some good ones that have like slow segues into it, and like the Black Eyed Peas, "Let's Get It Started."
Oh,
Yes,
wonderful.
it's kind of slow at the beginning. Let's keep running, running, and running, running, and running, and running, running, and then it kind of ramps up and it gets going. So that one's a good one. That's how I kick it off.
Oh,
But
that's great. That's
yeah,
great.
so lots of Prince.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'm just waiting for my students to come in. We start at the top of the hour, so I have one
Okay.
student so far, but I'm just gonna watch the monitor and see. I have a full class, and I'm kind of nervous because it's going to be a lot of students. The most students I've had, 8. I've never had more
Wow.
than.
That's
I don't-
great.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody drops out. Usually, when I have a full class load, at least 1 or 2 people don't quite make it past week 2 or 3, so, which is always okay because that
Right.
makes it better for the rest of the group for when we do workshop.
That's
But
that's absolutely right.
so
Yep.
I'm hoping that will be the case, but so we'll see. I was a little nervous for the first class. You never know what the dynamic's going to be like, and I'm just
Oh, I'm sure you'll have a wonderful class, and you always foster a great environment, so I'm sure it'll go very well.
well, thanks. I appreciate that. So I'm hoping it's a good group. I got lucky with the Tuesday night class is actually going very well, so I'm excited about that. So and having just 2 classes, I think, is a good move. Not having 3 is gonna. I think that would have been too much. So I'm glad the third
That
class
is a lot, especially
get
when
more
it's
than
writing.
that.
So that is a lot.
Especially since I have 8 students to, give feedback on every week. I think a third class,
Right.
I would have probably gone crazy. Yeah, and then I also have a manuscript that's due next Friday, which it's been busy, but it's manageable. So yeah. So
Well,
I think
good.
with that, I'm going to say congratulations on just being awake.
That is an accomplishment for me tonight.
Feel that way. And I haven't been doing much drinking my water myself, but I'm gonna get on that. So, but I'll check in with you next week, and I'll have to just duck out a little early then too. But I'm just here to support you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great class.
Thank you so much. All right, take care.
All
Until
right, you
next week.
too. And tell everyone I
Bye-bye.
said hi. Your
I will.
family.
I will
Okay.
definitely do that. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. That's always good. I love talking to Daisy. She always has great news, which, actually, I feel energized after talking to her, which is a good thing.
Well, cool. Well, maybe this will energize you.
Dave and Sam?
Yeah.
Hi, Dave and Sam.
There they are.
It's great to see you all, too. Love having you all here, too. So I hope you all are doing well, as well. All right, it's almost the top of the hour, so I'm going to move on to segment number 4.
I can do it. I can do it if I put my mind to it. If I put my mind to it, I can do it.
Okay, this is the segment where I talk about my goal for last week and how well I did, and I set a new goal. My goal for last week was to get back to exercising. Didn't happen, not even a little bit. Didn't happen at all. Sat more than usual, as a matter of fact, because I've been writing and reading and stuff. So sat more than usual. So nope, didn't even come close to achieving that goal. But as I said at the beginning of this show, where I was talking about all the things I'm doing wrong, I'm going to get back to my correct water intake. I actually know that water helps me lose weight, especially if I drink 8 ounces of water before each meal. So I need to get back to that. I still drink water every day, but just not as much as I know that I need. So that's going to be my goal. Start small and add to it. So I'm going to get back to drinking water the way I should. So hopefully I can do that. I can manage that. And then once I master that, then I'm going to bring back the exercise as well. Because as I said before, I know for me, my body, I can't lose weight on nutrition alone. I have to exercise. So I'll get back to that once I get the water back in check. All right. So next week, I am talking about, are doctors always right? This is not me criticizing doctors. It's just that sometimes we know our bodies better than anybody else. So I'm going to talk about what's been said about me and my health and what I believe to be true, or what I know to be true, because I have evidence of it. Tonight, in about an hour, Tony and I are doing I'm Right, I'm Right. And we're talking about those annoying, nagging people. Hope you're not one of them. But I know that Dave and Sam are not. So I'm talking to the other people who are watching in replay. The music you're listening to is called Sunzalk International by Good Day Production. And the music that you hear during the segments is called Real Cool Sunglasses by That Core Beat. I know that Dave and Sam have a show tonight, so in about 2 hours, they are doing their show, How Was Your Day? So I look forward to that as well. Thank you, everyone, for coming this week. I'll be back next week.